This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing first play is Herbert. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And able to get this one across. .45 before he's brought down. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. This one swung out to Williams. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And the Rams at 3-9 now on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I've got to give it up for him right there. Stared down the barrel of the blitz, acted as his own blitz control, knew he would take the hit, and dumped it off, and they pick up a first down.
That's what the safety valve's there for, right?
That's exactly what he's there for, although most quarterbacks will tell you, I wouldn't mind actually having him in to protect so I don't get hit as often. But sometimes you just have to step up and make a play.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3. Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First carry here for Ken Walker. Takes it to about the 37. You talk about this Rams defense. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards for number 11. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now the first carry here for the running back. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Looking to throw. Childress. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Off the play fake, Childress. He finds his man, complete. That's Contreras. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice throw there by the rookie from Ole Miss. And he's got his guys a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now to the ground, here's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jermaine Johnson there to bring him down.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
2nd and 9 now. And it's caught. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. These two teams all tied after one. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And now he got away from that first tackler. No idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage. 2nd and 7.
Baylor Tiger. Lion.
Herbert. Pass complete there to McCool. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Now you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. Well, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you've got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Off-play action. Childress. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. The slot man in motion right. 2nd and 6. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Come on.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Smith and Jigba in motion right. And they run the option on 2nd down. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Second and 10. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and on play action, here's Herbert. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there for L.A. 47 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, Sherwood. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Williams looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Williams. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. Try to wedge his way in there, no signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Childress. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Childress. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Give to Walker on the read option. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And his throw here is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this one is right through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
380, 59, 59.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. To a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Jenkins. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Back to throw. Childress. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Judkins. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 4th down, Childress. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
And, partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Marvin Mims, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
47-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Sherwood. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Here's Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Kappa.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Childress. Over the middle, complete. That's Contreras.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Looking to throw. Childress. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Back to throw. Childress. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Shakes it, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now a draw play. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
They'll try the left side. Sherwood. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Herbert to throw. Screen play set up. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it? No. This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker. Just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
On 1st down, here's Jenkins.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, Childress. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 33. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Throwing, Herbert. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Herbert. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Herbert going to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, if I haven't said it before, I'm certainly saying it now. No one throws a prettier deep ball than Justin Herbert. This thing's on a rope, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And the Seahawks are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first crack at things. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it would quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of the play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 85 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, and it's intercepted! Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Rams are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the fourth quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. One team squandered opportunity. It's another team's chance to win this thing. They forced that clutch turnover, and now all they need is a field goal here to win this ball game.
Could not be set up much better, could they? A takeaway on defense. Now it's up to that offense to find a way to put themselves in position for the game-winning points. Touchdown, field goal, they don't care. Just find a way to win it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sherwood. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now Herbert with his first throw in OT. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Rams have won the game. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Southern California, so long, everybody.